Hey, hello. It is Tammy with Cheers to Creativity, and I'm here on the Essential Stencil page. So we're going to start with this stencil, and this stencil is actually called the Witch Hat and Boot, okay? And so we've got the boot and we've got the hat, and we're going to start with the boot. And I'm going to make sure that you are pointed down well enough so you can see. I'm going to grab some white paint. I'm going to be adding some black to this as well, so I have some tones of black and white, but we're just going to start this with one of our stencil brushes. This is one of our regular stencil brushes. This is a 1/2 inch. When you purchase them, they come 4 in a set, so you have a variety of sizes to mess with. I'm swirling this paint into my brush, but we don't ever want to take it from here to there. We always want to offload. And I know you can't see that so much on that white paper towel, but trust me, I've taken a lot of paint off. And I'm not looking to fill this in completely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start toward my heel, and I'm going to start pulling a little bit of this color in. That might even be a little strong, so I might take up a little more. Okay, and I'm going to pull it in on the sides. I'm going to come all the way up. Now let's just take a peek at what this looks like. I have a pretty cool looking boot, or I think it's pretty cool looking. I don't want my boot to be floating in midair. So I'm picking up a little bit of white on my stencil brush. I'm wiping it off, and I'm kind of thinking that I want my boot sitting on a surface about like such. So I'm going to start by pulling up some flowers from this particular set that is called the Flower Mini Tags. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and give this a quick swirl. And I want that to be a little different of a tone. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of white and a little bit of black. And I'm picking up a tiny bit of black. A little more white. And I've kind of created a gray tone, right? But right now I'm just going to put the idea of this flower in here. And again, I'm going to use a little piece of tape to pick up the stencil. We already see there's a difference in those colors, but those flowers by the colors. Let's add, I'm going to add a little, let's do a little rose up here. Get my rose. Let's put another flower up here. Don't worry about this center. We're going to come back and do something fun with that in just a sec to lift it off. We are not finished. Okay. So right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a couple more flowers. Let's add another one of those little roses, I think, over on this side. Sunflowers. I'm going to put one down here to lift up. So can you see how it kind of looks like it's peeking underneath that boot? And then I'm going to do one more up here. One up here, kind of like going up to this direction. Let's add one of these little leaves here like it's falling off. Because here's a couple little things we're going to add to this to give it just a little more pop. So wherever I see this lace, I'm going to fill it in with silver. Just a nice skinny line of silver. I'm going to add something else this time. Dot, dot, dot. And those dots get smaller each time you press them down. And then I just went to a slightly smaller brush size and did the same thing, starting with dot, dot, dot. I think I want to go ahead and have it say welcome. This is where I'm going to grab the word welcome from, this is called Welcome Halloween. This is the Welcome Halloween set. Okay. So we have the welcome. And we'll use this one that has a little bit of a spider up here. And remember, I'm pulling them just off the edge of my canvas. And a smaller one down here. That is what I have for my version of the Boot-iful Monochromatic. What do you think? Stencils can really be very, very versatile. And so that's what I'm going to show you next. We're going to do a version of a painting I just did in a class. So let me show you first this was the painting we did in a class. Grab a 16 by 20 canvas. We're going to start using, yes, I just want to make sure there's glow inside my lantern and beyond my Raven. So all I'm going to do is just going to create about a glow. Okay. I'm going to tap a little white in here. And then I want a little bit of a color that is a little deeper. So I could either go more with a golden color, or this time I'm going to pick up a little bit of spiced pumpkin. I'm going to pick up colors that I can work around to make it look darker or get darker. And I'm going to start with this color called Payne's Gray. I'm just starting first by just kind of smearing this color around. So this little corner of the world is going to be a little bluer than I originally planned, but that's okay too. I am going to hit this with a quick blow dry. Okay. Not looking for it to be, doesn't have to be as dry as it would need to be if I was using a transfer. Right now we are just going back. Remember, I put the basic outline here so I'd have it when I needed to line it back up here. Boom, boom, boom. The Payne's Gray, I'm offloading it no differently than anything else I would do. And since I know I'm going to have to dry this, I'm going to pick this up real quick. Okay. So you can see the beginning of this, right? Okay. So I have my basic shape of my lamppost. All right. We're laying that bird back down. We just gave him a brief outline because we needed to know where he was going to be going. Just a little spot I smeared. We can fix that. Now, I need to have him sitting on something. So we're going to extend with the Payne's Gray from our little swirl here. We're just going to swirl it back up this way and swirl it again. We'll fill that in. We're going to add some of our branches and some leaves. And I'm just using dark chocolate. You could use burnt umber. And again, I'm just going to use my brush. We do have branch stencils in different Halloween things and different other things, but this will work too. We're just going to kind of give ourselves some branches, and they're going to get skinnier as they come off. It looks right. And again, this is a piece that could easily be seasonally changed, but right now we're working on fall. Okay. So that's all I've done with my branches. I'm just going to put on a plate a few colors that I think are good for leaves. Let's do some spiced pumpkin. Let's do a little burnt orange. Let's do a little true ochre. Do a little more of a coppery one here. So these are the stenciled leaves, and I am going to show you just really quick how you can add some fast ones with some flicks of color as well. Another green one here. But it's fun to find a way to use our stencils and our transfers, but our stencils especially, to create something very much like a piece of art that was done hand painted. So let me just run that in here, and here. Might need to come back and add some extras. But there you get the idea of our Raven's Glow. Put that brush down where we did Raven's Glow, which was kind of inspired by a hand painted piece. And we did our Boot-iful painting with the boot and the flowers. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you spending some time with me. I'm going to finish these up. I will probably photograph them tomorrow for you. Have a great, wonderful rest of your evening, and have a great weekend. Until I see you again, be kind. Cheers. Bye-bye.